Well, greetings. This is week 9 of the introduction video for the legal environment of business, aka business law. And in week 9, we're going to cover 2 chapters dealing with contracts, chapters 16 and chapters 17. And you're also probably going to be wrapping up that little midterm essay project that I gave out to you. And hopefully you'll do a great job and it will add a decent amount of points that will help boost your grade if you feel you're not doing too well on the exams and you're a better writer than you are an objective test taker. So the exams, the essays will help you in that respect. But with regard to week 9, chapters 16 and chapter 17, in those particular chapters, well, chapter 16, we deal with the writing requirement in certain contracts. People ask me sometimes, Bollinger, is it possible to have an oral contractual agreement? Well, sure. You can have a contract with somebody else with nothing but a handshake and a smile. Don't necessarily recommend it because if it turns into if the rails go off and it turns into a problem, then it's what he said versus what you said. It's much better to have it written down on a piece of paper and in writing and memorialized by your signatures. But it is possible to have an oral contract that is enforceable. On the other hand, there are certain situations under the law in which for a contract to be enforceable, it absolutely must be in writing. Certain contracts fall in that category, and we'll talk about that in chapter 16, which speaks to what's known as the statute of frauds. And what in the world does that mean? We'll talk about that in the class. Chapter 17 deals with what are known as third-party rights. So far, we've been talking about how one person contracts with the other person, but there are certain contracts sometimes in which the rights under the contract can be delegated to another person, or rather can be assigned to another person, or the duties under that contract can be delegated to a third party. So there are third party rights in play. There also may be a contract in which there is a third party beneficiary. The classic example of that is when your parents take out a life insurance policy and name you as the beneficiary to that policy. Are you part of that contract? No, you are a third party, and when your parents pass away, you become the beneficiary and have certain rights under that contract as the intended beneficiary. So, third-party rights as covered in chapter 17. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this introduction video for week 9, but we'll close with this week's lawyer joke. Here's the question. What do decent attorneys and dinosaurs have in common? Decent attorneys and dinosaurs. What do they have in common? Answer? They're both extinct. There you go. Another bad lawyer joke. Have a great week. We'll see you in class. Bollinger out.